Today we will see very interesting problem. There is a fourth order polynomial equation is given. Two roots for this polynomial equation is given, that is 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. We need to find the two other roots. Okay, we will do it two methods this problem. Okay, so what is the meaning of the roots? So let's take the f of x function as given, this fourth order polynomial equation, right? So for the roots, what you do, we will make equivalent to this function to 0. Okay, so then we will find the roots. Okay, so there is a given of these two roots are given. Okay, what does that mean, right? If 2 plus root 3 is the root for this one, then what will happen? There is a x minus 2 plus root 3 will become factor for that. Okay, factor in the sense, right? So this entire 2x to the power of 4 minus 9x cube, all this, right, can be written like x minus 2 plus root 3 into some other with x cube plus so on, so we can write up. Okay, so then only, right? So to make equal to this f of x 0, either this term can be 0 or this term also can be 0, right? So when you make it this term equal to 0, right, that is x minus 2 plus root 3, if you make it to 0, okay, then what happened to x? X is equal to 2 plus root 3. So that x will become the root for this equation. That's the reason, right? Whenever any root is given, immediately you can write that x minus, same that root 2 plus root 3 will become the factor for this entire polynomial equation. Similarly, there is another root also given, so that is x minus 2 minus root 3 is also factor. We know that it can be written like x minus 2 plus root 3 and x minus 2 minus root 3. These are the factors for this polynomial equation, right? So there is another terms comes with x square, because this x into x multiplied will get the x square. Okay, the max power is x to the power of, so that you will get another equation like here ax square, something like bx plus c equal to, we will get it, okay, 0. So we need to find this equation, that is a quadratic equation, so that we can easily find the roots. Okay, how do we find this root? Okay, what do you do, right? We will divide this entire polynomial equation with these two terms. Okay, then we will get this equation, right? Okay, let's see how do we divide it. Okay, take the center term here, that is 2x to the power of 4 minus 9x cube plus 5x cube plus 3x minus 1. Okay, so let's take this way. Okay, then we divide this one to multiplication of these two, right? Let's see what we get if we multiply these two. So I'll be doing here, okay, with let's see how do you do it. So we'll multiply this to x minus 2 plus root 3 into x minus 2 minus root 3, right? Okay, so if we simplify this, so how do we can write this? I'm rearranging the each bracket, you see. X minus 2 I can write here. So minus into root 3 is the minus root 3. Okay, so here I am taking x minus 2 here in one bracket. Okay, minus of minus is plus root 3. Okay, so if you see this, let's take this is the a term and this is the b term. So this is in the format of a minus b into a plus b format. Okay, if you multiply a minus b into a plus b, what do you do? A square minus b square. Okay, so let's do this way. Okay, so a square means here x minus 2 square minus root 3 whole square, right? So it will become a minus b whole square if you do it. It is x square plus b 2 square is a 4 minus 4x minus root 3 square is the 3, right? So 4 minus 3 is the 1 here. So that this equation has come here, x square minus 4x plus 1, right? So finally, we divide this entire equation with the x square minus 4x plus 1, okay? So I am writing here, it's x square minus 4x plus 1, okay? Now let's divide this equation, okay? Now let's divide this equation with this term, okay? So how do you do it, okay? So usually what do they write? We'll try to match these two terms, okay? So that it get cancelled by subtracting, okay? So x square, if you multiply it with the 2x square here, okay? So it will become like 2x to the power of 4, right? So that the term will get cancelled. So that this entire term will multiply with 2x square and then see what will happens. So 2x square into x square is 2x to the power of 4, okay? So minus 4x into 2x square, okay? It will become like minus 8x cube, okay? Then 1 into 2x square is plus 2x square. Okay, sorry, this is 5x square. This is 5x square. Okay. So now we'll subtract these two terms, okay? Change the sign. While subtract, we need to change the sign. Okay. So then what do we get here? These terms, two terms will get cancelled. And if you see this one, it becomes like minus 1x cube, okay? Then here we will get it like plus 3x square. And we need to take down the other terms. As it is plus 3x and minus 1, okay? So we need to get cancelled this first term. What do we multiply? We'll multiply with minus x, right? So that it will become minus x cube if you multiply the first term. Say x square and minus x is minus x cube, okay? So if you do this way, so minus x into x square is minus x cube, okay? Then minus plus 4x square, okay? And then minus x, okay? Then we are subtract, means we need to change the direction, okay? So these two terms will get cancelled. This term will become like minus x square, right? So minus x square plus 4x and minus 1, okay? To get cancelled here, minus 1 here, okay? So minus 1 into, if you put it right, it just change the directions here. So that minus x square plus 4x and minus 1, right? So all are get cancelled if you subtract it. So it will change directions, right? So all are get cancelled and become 0. Okay, obviously it has to become 0. That is the meaning of the factors. So that this entire equation can be written in the form of x square minus 4x plus 1 into 2x square minus x minus 1. Okay? Very nice, right? We already shown that this equation can be written in product of these two equations. When you make it, so to find the roots of this equation will equate to 0, right? So when you first term, when you equate to 0, like x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0, then we are getting the roots like 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, okay? Now we will equate to other equation, that is 2x square minus x minus 1 equal to 0, okay? So how do you find the roots for this equation? We can do with completing square, or we can do with factorization, and we can do with formula, quadratic formula, okay? So we do with quadratic formula, okay? So why? Because it became like 1 by 2 here, and factorization will become little ta, so that we will use the quadratic formula, okay? What is that? That is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2 into a, right? These are the x values, right? So here b is, here a equal to 2 and b equal to x coefficient minus 1, c is equal to minus 1. If you put b as minus of minus 1, plus or minus b square is minus 1 whole square minus 4 into a is 2, c is minus 1 upon 2 into 2, right? So it became 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 1 minus plus 8 by 4, right? So that's equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 9 is 3 on 4. So that it became like 1 plus 3 by 4 comma 1 minus 3 by 4. That equal to, so finally x equal to 4 by 4 1 comma, this minus 2 by 4 is minus 1 by 2. Okay. So these are the other two roots for this polynomial equation. That is x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. We know that whichever the max order of the polynomial equation, that many roots you can get it. So the two roots are given and other two roots we found it. Okay. We'll just quickly see another method to do it. Okay. So there is a given that these two are the roots for this polynomial equation. So if two roots, if you know, that equation will get rid of the quadratic equation. That means if you, from these two roots, we have the one quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. And again we want to get the fourth order, right? We have the another, this, let's take a1, b1, c1. There is another equation like a2x square plus b2x plus c. Okay. So we'll get it into this format and equal to 0. Okay. So we need to find the one of this, right, equation. If you know the two roots, we can write that equation like, right, x square minus alpha plus beta x, okay, plus alpha into beta equal to 0 we can write. This is the quadratic equation straight away, okay, instead of doing all the things from this two equation. Here are the two roots, right? One root is alpha is 2 plus root 3 and another root is beta is equal to 2 minus root 3, okay. If you find the alpha plus beta here, you will get the root 3 they get cancelled and 4. And if you multiply alpha into beta, is a plus b into a minus b, right? That became a square means so 4 minus b square is the root 3 square is 3. That means 1. Okay. If you substitute here, you get the equation like x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. Now if you divide this equation with this equation, then you will get another quadratic equation that we already did in the previous step. Okay. This is another way to do the quadratic equation. Okay. I think that's all for now. There is another simple way to do also the fourth order polynomial equation that I will explain in the next class. Okay. Thank you for watching.